Hello and welcome back to episode 5 it's already. And yeah, so in the last episode we have cracked Mars, we got research going, we are now at 2.7k. We have recovered mostly from the crackdown from global, no, how's it called? Deep System Skywatch. And now we have to go into the future. As mentioned last time, global tech is guided by us towards the quantum computing and then quantum encryption and directed space research to get tier 2 of their research modules going as soon as possible. Because that will not only increase our output, but it will also free up module slots, therefore maybe decreasing our mission control and also get us reliable investment percentages. We're currently still missing a few percent, but that's not a problem. And what I noticed in between episodes is that there is an opportunity that we should use. And Australia got cracked down here apparently because Initiative, if I see it correctly, went over cap temporarily and then abandoned Australia. And ideally we take it over. So if we can get this one, we get 2 armies at 4.8 military tech. However, they don't have a navy and they can't build a navy. That's unfortunate, but we can take over this nation, which is currently the highest tech nation on the world, and just keep it. Because this is also an entry point for taking over Australia, which will be a lot harder, but they have 5 armies and 4 navies, and the 5th one is almost done. So this way we can really, if we can get the dominant military force on the planet under our control. And I would be willing to even abandon our Rome and Hellas for this again, if it needs be. But I would really like to still build around this if there's time, if we have control points that we can use. So this maybe has to wait a bit, but we can hopefully get this. So I'm going to try to break into this in the next mission phase, which would be perfect for us to...
The damage from a
yeah, from a lot of perspectives, that would be awesome to get this. And yeah, we picked automatically advanced neural networks because we are going in the direction of quantum research, quantum encryption. So, and yeah, getting this one, and the armies attack again. I hope that they don't lose here. That would be really unfortunate. But I think 2 armies with higher military score against 4 or 5 should be possible to be winnable. Actually, they have 3 armies which are heavily damaged. Yeah, we definitely want to try to get a crackdown going here, but that's going to be very, very unlikely due to the fact that we still don't have a 25 espionage and 25 investigation agent here. That's something we have to get resolved as soon as possible. But the good thing is we have 32,000 science output, which should be enough to get us to quantum within a year. And the science will only go up, because our modifiers here make from 400 almost 800 science output, and we can see it here. When we get 1 point of investment, we can see that it goes up by, let's see, 0.
Sentiment is increasingly with us.
0.6. 0.6 per knowledge tick. That's a lot. So it's 1.2 science point per more or less day that this one increase. And yeah, so total output increases per day. So this goes up really fast now. And there is more stuff that we can actually get to increase this. We have another technology available for another 10%. That's the... Where are you? Or did I already pick it? Wait a second, is it here? No, it must be available. Let's see. I think it's civilian, right? Yeah, National Labs here, 10,000. For another 10%. And then there is the second one for 20,000, 25k for 20%, I think. So that's going to be quite useful. And yeah, a lot of stuff that we want to do currently. We want to take over Australia. Yeah, we're going to end this war, definitely. Because now we can relax and can consider using the armies here in Europe for something else instead. Especially with the two navies from Italy, or Rome, the Republic of Rome, that we could use here in the Balkans. But first of all, I want to finish up America here, which is a pretty big problem due to the military
LZ is secure.
attack from Guyenne here. So yeah, I think I'm going to just jump forward and see if I can break into Australia, and if we can afford it, and if it actually is possible here. Ooh, terrorize. Aliens are getting more aggressive. There have been, I think... Really? I think there have been 5 landings, so we have 6 agents on Earth. That's a lot. And therefore, they are doing a lot of actions here on Earth now. Yeah, I have to say that getting this one is more important. So I want to get these 2 points. It's more important than finish up the war for Kourou. So we are going to focus that first. Problem is that we don't have a secondary purge. So I would really like to get Magnus a purge here, just so that we could use and do something. But I don't think there will be something available by accident. Ooh, these are good orcs though. I don't think we... Nothing with her... I don't think there is anything we can use. No, these are nothing we can pick. Huh. Yeah, sad, but we could use... We could buff him up. So we have to get rid of some... Like the UNESCO, which is now ESCO, I guess. Yeah, that's the only one left that... No, this one is also there. +1. So this one can go. Gets replaced by this one. +2, +2, +2. A lot stronger. And then we have +2 here, which we don't necessarily need right now because we are rather interested in espionage. So we just keep it as is. And we maybe want to move the foundation here to our persuasion person. Can get one more admin. And we can sell... Yes, we can sell this one. And then just put this one in, and then he has a 25 persuasion as well. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff to do here. So we take this point. Yeah, our command guy is sadly still quite weak.
Let's see what we can see.
And you will do some public opinion here now, just to make this even more secure. Let's see if we can get it. And because if we can get this one, then we can also take the executive. We are running short of control points again, but, well, that's fine, I guess.
The people will come to our side.
Yeah, this is... They have no chance of invading this if they do it like this. So, let's see. Whoa. What's going on there? 3 abductions at the same time here. So all agents are probably there. Which is concerning. Oh, one here. Not all in Zagreb. Oh, smuggling ring, really. Have the meta looked into quietly. Let's do it like this. Wait a second, did we get the point? Was that too fast? I was too fast. Yeah, nice. So we're going to just continue. Apparently nobody else took something here, so we just finished the job. And let's see from there how we can continue. Yeah, but sadly this one I went to the resistance. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Yeah, it's four abductions. Sudan, Ivory Coast, Yugoslavia, Argentina. We still can't find an agent because we don't have movement yet, but we are close. The problem is, if we were to do this, we would go into... we could overcap. We would go overcap. That's a problem.
Headed there now.
Not cool.
Ready for orders.
And, oh, we don't have ops as well. That's something we need to solve. Ooh, so many problems on the horizon. At least we get some admin here. Is there something... Oh, another purge? Huh. Okay, I will go through this and distribute new orcs, and jump forward. In the end, I think I'm going to make a bigger jump here due to the fact that we can skip a lot of time to get to Quantum. And meanwhile manage what we have. Because we are not going to break into Australia easily. We have to do massive public campaigns and then do all of that. So this is still a while away. And this one is also not going to resolve itself simply because we can. We have to break this as well. Which is annoying, but, well, it is what it is. Well, here we are in October 2021-18. And we finally can consolidate our hold on Argentina again. I was able to break down this control point here after multiple attempts. Now we can finally retake it. Meanwhile, we have taken control of Australia here, but we are just holding. There was no chance that we get into Australia yet. We don't have enough investigation for this. So I'm unlucky and I can't get the last organizations to get me here to 25. But even if we would have this, I can just show it here. We are currently at minus 56 versus 34.5. So even if you were to go full here with 64 investment, then we would get plus 7. So we are at 41. And that's the problem here. We do have the crackdown project done, which is good. But yeah, even if we were to work on public opinion further so that we can reduce their 2.5 to, let's say, like a +1 or +0.5, then it would be 54 and we would maybe be at around 8 to 10. So that would be 45 to like 54. That's not enough. And then, of course, we could get another +4 investigation, so it would be maybe close to 50. Then it gets slightly realistic. We would maybe have a chance of like 10%, 15%. So that's why we definitely need to get the investigation 25 person, orcs here, to get him done, and then we can attempt to take it over. And this is, yeah, we already get a bonus from them being over cap, which is going to disappear as soon as we start taking a point here. And yeah, not cool. But yeah, what are we supposed to do? The other thing we could do is maybe instead target Timor-Leste here, which has 2 more navies as well, so that we then send them over here, join the war, get Italy over there, and then we have 6 armies here in Australia. The problem there is that Australia itself has 5 navies, 5 armies. Destroying all of that would be really unfortunate, and also at 4.3 military tech, relatively unlikely. So that's not really an option, so we have to work on the peaceful path here. That has to be the goal. And yeah, so that's going to be something probably that I'm going to chase afterwards again, after we have consolidated further here. So meanwhile, we have merged everything together here, so the remnant of that Inca state was gone as well. We are now here in a big Argentina and a big Brazil. The nations down here and up here are also gone. I transferred what I could to Brazil. So we are only short Villa Viancio. Oh no idea how it's pronounced. Which I would need to conquer militarily to get this. I don't think we... I mean, we could maybe release free Amazonias here, right? Can we do this? there, we can't. We can only release Ecuador here. So that doesn't work. But we are going to go after Panama next, probably. Let's see. Ah, Timor-Leste again. We are at war with them already. So, yeah, and meanwhile we build up these, this state here. And then we eventually want to release
Offering
Bolivia
support.
for
Lending
the
my
long-term planning.
expertise.
But we are at cap again. Really? That was lying around in my inventory. But we get 40 control points here from
We're winning their
transnational
hearts and
management.
minds.
We also get another
cooling
10%
Now
from National Lab.
stand.
Oh really, you picked that tech. Get another 10% science here. So really nice. Quantum computing, almost done. Then industrialization of space is ongoing, which is going to get us access to more orcs and so on. Ooh, nice. Oil region. That's good. So we now get more economy priority from this. And let's see what the next target would be for... Let's see, do we... Yeah, Manaus is going to be a core economic region, but 900 points, that's quite a while away. However, let's see, do we... Ah, La Paz is almost done. That's actually good that we get a mining region in La Paz, because this is going to be Bolivia, so they will have a pretty solid economy here on their own.
Our people have
There we
taken
go.
control.
We have it now. And we can therefore now... Yeah, we need to get rid of the hostile claims here, so that makes sense to invest a bit into government. And a bit of unity here. Just to get rid of the hostile status, to get the unrest problems resolved. And then we just do economy, welfare, knowledge, and a bit of mission control. Yeah, pretty good. I think that's ideal. We're already at 5.4, almost producing 300 here now, total. And here our Brazil is up to 1.3k total output, 661 baseline. And if we wait until the national labs come in, which is going to be in the next mission phase, we see even more signs here. Now we should do some public campaigns again, because the servants here, or the aliens, are pushing
Ready
pretty
for
hard
my
against
mission.
us.
We must persuade the
And
people.
I assume we still don't have any orcs that are interesting here. No. Still no. Still no investigation orcs. Very sad. So we can just help public campaign here.
Reporting
This is
in.
fine. Yeah, let's fix
We'll
this one.
restore peace to this nation.
I would like to continue here, but we have to
Offering
be super
console.
careful with control points
Offering
currently,
counsel.
else we just run into too many problems. And transnational coordination would just make sure
people
that
will
we are
come to our
barely
side.
below cap, so that's not gonna be helpful for long either. Good, that's done. I think we maybe want to get started on cooperative resolution for another 40 here. Control point cap. Alternatively, we could go into something like photonic computing, or there are some... I think there was something else that gives us... Ooh, Skunkworks. Ah yeah, we should do Skunkworks first. We want to, of course, get Skunkworks probably on the basis on Mars, so we have to change some stuff there. Just to get more project investment. If we get this to 100% soon now, that would be good. You have a bit excess of research here in regards to percentages. So we are a bit above the cap. So we can squeeze in a few
Things are stabilizing.
Skunkworks instead. And I think the fission array is also researched already, or we can do it. Not sure if I've already done it. Solar array is not finished, but I think the fission array is already done. So we have everything that we need for Mars. And science output is now above 4.k. So 4.1k here. Yeah. 1.5k from Brazil alone. This is really good. And we also get a decent amount here from Australia, 130. I'm not gonna complain about that either. Even though it's a constant war and will be a problem. But yeah. Let's keep pushing forward to the 5th agent, quantum computing, then quantum encryption, and then we have the 6th one. Sorry, 6th agent, not the 5th one. 6th one will be someone who can assassinate, because that's our biggest weakness currently. We don't have anyone who can do assassinate. I didn't see an orc for it either. Oh, now that we talk about... Okay, that's interesting. So we just found one. It must be the streamer luck or something. Yeah, we definitely picked this one up here now. So theoretically we can now go for the alien objective. We have to get this one out of the way. Which we can only do if we have assassinate. And of course we need enough espionage, but we also need enough investigation. So, options. But I also want to get to 25 investigation. This is complicated. Too many options here. I like it. I love it, actually. Challenging to decide what to do next. And how much we want to do at what point. I actually contemplated if we maybe made too many bases on Mars. If I should have done less and then more orbitals around Earth for research and investment bonuses. Because this is a very special campaign where we really have to buff up Earth and rebuild Earth. So maybe that would have been smarter. We can't go above 50 due to the alien mechanics here, else they will hunt us down. So, yeah, problem after problem. Let's see. Eventually I have to make decisions. So, we are in April 21, 2019. And currently everything is coming down to a showdown with Australia. So, not only are we here at war, and I tried to lure some armies away, which didn't partially work because they moved 4 armies here. But now I have to defend my own clay again here. But they also sent an army over here to intervene in my wars here in Italy, Greece, the Balkans. Basically what I did was I annexed the remnants of Yugoslavia here and took parts into Greece, or Hellas. And now I want to take out Albania, with which I'm at war, which also pulled me into some stuff. And as soon as my armies are healed, because I had to defeat one Australian army here, which I destroyed actually. And then I'm going to annex this one. And then afterwards I have to make a bit of a break with my conquests here, due to the fact that these are of course all hostile claims, else my unrest will go too high. Even though this one has high cohesion, so maybe we can also snake Bulgaria and be fine with it. But yeah, I'm going to just slowly annex stuff here. Italy, or Rome, has annexed this province here. Needs to first pacify one of those, which is almost done. 68 of 100. And then we can also decide what to do next. I think we want to get Padania, which is a non-hostile claim, I think. Yeah, Milan is fine. Yeah, and then we have to decide where to go afterwards. So probably we can either push with Hellas east, or we could push west, for example, go after Bukarach here, which would be a claim. Right, and go for Barcelona and Bukarach. Yeah, so a lot of stuff that we could take. And yeah, Bukarach is here, Barcelona here. So all that stuff is possible when we want to do it. However, what I want to do now is I'm going to ride my luck for a while. We can go to 64 influence and have a 5% chance on a crackdown here. I'm going to take the second control point here, due to the fact that this one would get us a bonus to crackdown, detain, and assassinate in this nation. If we can get this control point, we are in. Then everything is perfect. We are at maximum 24 because, as I noticed now, this Councilor cannot go higher than 24 due to the fact that he is fanatic, which gives -1 persuasion per se. So that's unfortunate. But well, we have to deal with that. So hopefully we can make this work. That would be a massive blow to the Protectorate, but it would also be basically cementing us as the leader of the world if we get Australia. Because by now, our leading economies are showing. So Brazil is the first nation to have 5 control points again. And of course, we do have a massive amount of science here. Australia is more or less the second best nation that still exists outside the USA remnants, which will maybe be something for the very late game for us. Because currently I'm thinking about that we are going to take this, then we are going to try to consolidate here, and meanwhile we take stuff here, and then in the late game we can decide if we want to either go Russia as well, or USA, or whatever we want to do. So there's a lot of stuff we can happily do as much as we want to do it. I think I have to get another army here. I'm already working on that one. Yeah, I can get a third army, so we should. But yeah, 4.2 science as well, going up nicely with advice. We are actually at almost 5k or even above it. Let's see.
I will help them.
4.8. Very close. So we had 800 here now.
Languages are irrelevant.
And pretty good. And the credible equation is also halfway done already. We get cooperative resolution halfway done. We get tier 2 research centers done. Everything is proceeding really, really well. Well, it's July, and we are going to wrap up this episode here. And I just want to highlight the state of the world currently here. We do have some consolidation going on. Most importantly is, I think, India here, which has 2/3 reformed by now. In Travancore, which can still continue annex Colombo and so on. Not sure if there's a project for them to also get the other stuff here, or if you need one of the other faction here, like United Kingdom of Northern Bharat, to annex them. I don't know, but they are about to die to Pakistan here, so that's not gonna happen. And meanwhile, we have broken into Australia. It was very, very expensive. We had around 10% most of the time chances, so it took a few times until we got in for the first time, and now we can purge the executive here, which should be doable to a certain... yeah, definitely doable. And then we are going to annex Australia afterwards to save up some points, and then we can finish consolidating here. And we're also going to get another 40 points here. That's good. And we also get our 5th agent, so we are going to get additional control points capacity very fast. That's all good. And we are currently a bit lower in... not going to do autocannon here.
Offering assistance.
A bit lower in research. That has to do with the fact that I have reworked all space stations here to tier 2 science. That's all still under construction. A lot of skunk works are going up. Even our Mars bases are building some stuff, so there will be quite the increase in science again as soon as all of that finishes. Of course, we also have the additional new science coming in from Australia soon. That's going to be helpful as well. And when we then annex the Westralia, which is again another 50 research, roughly, that will also be awesome. And now I think I will go into civilian photonic computing, get more economy bonuses for the future
Public
here.
sentiment is increasingly with us.
So let's see how successful our purge will be. Let's get started on Hydra language here.
Things are
Nothing
cooling
too
off.
urgent currently. 96%. That okay, that's nothing relevant for us here. Come on, get me the executive, please. What? Ooh. Yeah, the servants have announced their victory condition. There was something like that right here. I just didn't expect them to already flip territory. Ouch. Ooh, that's dangerous. I mean, it's also an opportunity, because if they annex all of that stuff here over time, I'm not gonna complain, because then it's easier to reconquer. But yeah.
Believe me, these
Random
bastards have already
prescription
done
done.
everything.
A lot of stuff coming in right now. Now the question is, where do we go? I think we want to go for the Great Nations now. And afterwards we go for Ringhaps, probably. Just hammer down these Earth improvements as much as we can. So Ringhaps, fusion, that's what we want to do. And on the way we do some military tech like here. They have invested heavily into it. Arrival security, that's good. I take it. I just wanted to free up the arrival governance and later network global defense, which is all stuff we are going to need eventually. But it's great. Okay that they have one of the research slots here, because I was dominating all of them for a while. Now we go for the cooperative resolution, get more control points, and there we go. Covert ops. Covert ops done. Let's get this. Covert ops. Here we go. There's nothing more important than this one. Let's wrap up the episode by getting the 6th agent for us. And now we also are both a bit over cap again. But that's fine. I think it's fine. We can now also make peace again here, because we are at war with basically everyone. As from my faction. Good. Purchases are fading, that's good. Probably all these alliances are going to disappear in a second. Come on. Yeah, 5,000 signs, I saw it there. And do we just continue? I think we're just going to... Oh wow, we're down to 1%. Oh. Why are we down to 1%? Because we are overcapped, probably. Huh. Yeah, and they are no longer overcapped. Fine with me, I guess. So, yeah, we are not going to do it this turn. That we're probably going to just throw a public campaign in here again.
I will tell our story.
Not 100% sure if I really want to immediately annex here. If I maybe want to wait until I get at least the 3rd point here. Probably the better choice. Probably. By the way, we should build mission control here. By the way, how's our annexation of Albania going? Not great. Ooh. This army has to go home. This one has to get out as soon as possible. 8%, that's not a lot. Hopefully we can get the army, and then that's the most important one. Yeah, I'm a bit worried that when we annex this one, it would only get harder to crack down the others again. How do we do this? I don't know. Nothing I want to solve right now. Let's go into this mission phase and get the 6th agent and make a cut afterwards.
Offering Council.
So we have 5,000
Offering
signs,
Council.
and I think... Yeah, they're also all coming in now. So that should all wrap up now, which would get us another few hundred signs, probably. Okay, a bit more than a few hundred. 5,700 now, 700 additional, that's good. And yeah, go back to Hydro language here. Cooperative resolution, and now let's hire our 6th one. So we want someone who can help us taking out aliens and crack down stuff. We don't need another scientist, we do have one. 2 actually. So for example, the operative here. He has all the stuff we need. Be an option. Celebrity, no. Even though the celebrity is criminal, which could be useful. There's driver somewhere. That would be best. Industrial engineer. Good economy, not bad. Innovative. Project manager, government as well. But... Then science from the get-go. Bad. Then... Now, I think we have to go with the operative, because this one brings all the missions that we need. Also 50 as H, so we get quite some experience points here. And we can buy him admin. Also use the... We should be... Loss averse. Yeah, we should get rid of lots of verse eventually, but maybe not right now. So more admin. And then we have to start building him up and buy some admin orcs here. I think I have one lying around. Yes, this one. And now we have to decide in which direction we want to build him. I assume we want to get him to espionage as soon as possible. Which is, for example, yeah, getting ops income is also a very good idea. For all what we need, we should also assign this one here. And do we have another one with ops income? Yes, this one. Take this. Well, there we go. So we are going to build him up to fulfill the last role that we need. We also have to still build up our command person here, the Magnus.
I will report when my mission is
However,
complete.
we do have 2 scientists. We have a shared role
Prepping for
from
mission.
multiple things for Kokai. Then we do have 1 main persuasion person,
Prepping for mission.
and then soon another espionage person. So that's all we need to take out aliens, take out other factions, and so on. And now we see we have definitely a money problem here. Not sure how we solve this one yet, but we will find a solution, I guess. Else we have to invest into funding or more spoiling. That's also fine. We could actually put 1 spoils here. All good. Yeah. That's solid here now. 5.7 science. I think there will be more coming in here, right? Yeah, 20th of August, so that's still a bit
The
away.
people will come to our side.
But,
Order is returning.
yeah.
We've moved the needle.
Okay. Yeah, we don't need to work on Australia further here. Good. Polar vortex plummets. Not great. We are going to use this one. What's happening here in Africa? Let's see. We do have still Nigeria here. We do have a very big Sudan by now. That's interesting. And then Nigeria has not grown. Morocco has grown a bit. Not too fancy. Kenya here has grown a bit. Yeah, let's see how this will play out over time. We also have to keep an eye now on things like... Ooh, we also have a bit more stuff here. Baikal is also growing slowly. So all of them are slowly getting bigger and bigger here. Most importantly, or most interestingly for next episode, will be what the Alien Federation or Alien Administration will do here. If they start conquering stuff here in North America, that would be funny, because that definitely will help us. Initiative is next to them, so they could target, I guess. And then there's more servant stuff, which could get flipped over. But that would allow us to rebuild a nation here later by using our armies, even though these are really crappy, but we do have now big boy on the map here. So we do have 5 armies, 5 navies, plus 2 here. I'm not sure if we want to... We can't peacefully unite them, right? No, we can't. So we have to annex it, Then we just have 5 armies with 5 navies. That should be fine. That's going to be enough to conquer everything on the on Earth if we want to. Yeah, and science-wise, in Brazil, we are now close to 1,000 output, which translates into 2.1k by now. So in 63 investment points, thanks to all the advice here, from which we invest 71 into knowledge. So that's going fast. 140% bonus due to all the orcs that we have. I mean, we do... I picked a lot of... Can we even see it here? No. We can't, but I have picked up quite some knowledge orcs over time. So for example, there are these science orcs here. Like these ones here that give us a few percentages of knowledge. So that's adding up in total. And we are seeing the results from here. So basically this is 70 points per month here. Means we get 70... Yeah, 0.14 knowledge or education. Yeah, that's exactly what we see here. 0.14 per month. This also, if we scale this up further or calculate into the future, in about 3 years, yeah, 1 year gets us 0.4 plus 0.3. Yeah, we get almost 1.7 per year in education score right now. 1.7. That's insane. So if we continue like this, in 3 years we are over 12 education score. Far above 12. And this will mean that the research output that we do with 1000 currently is just the beginning. We would get a lot more from that. So we will go up in science like crazy in the next 3 years if we continue like this. And the other nations here are also catching up. 7.7 here, 6.5 here. And we are going to merge this all together. So this is really... We have a bright future ahead of us. Leave a like and subscribe and see you in the next episode where we are going to go and do exactly that.